Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, and that's obvious. This is just kind of going to be a video diary for me, guys. If you want to watch it, fine. I have had a lot of struggles in my life, and I guess I should probably tell you guys about them if I'm actually going to do this. That way, if you do end up watching this, it will kind of make sense. When I was younger, my parents divorced. About 6. I don't even really remember. It's been so long ago. Oops. But it's something that's affected my life. My dad moved to another state, and we started spending 8 weeks of summer with him. Every summer, I never got to spend time with my friends during summer. I barely had friends because I just had so many underlying trust issues from the divorce. I just felt I couldn't trust people. And I'm better now. I have a good group of friends, but it set a precedent for my life. And it's not really something you want hanging over your life. Your parents' divorce. That's just the start of it. I was diagnosed with ADHD, and I mean actually diagnosed. I'm not self-diagnosing here. Anything I mentioned that I have, I am not self-diagnosing with. I have actually talked to someone and am actually diagnosed with anything I mentioned. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was younger, started taking medicine about the same time my parents divorced. Remember a fun time when I had to take my medicine in 1st grade. It was fun. And later, I managed it more. And my junior year of high school, I ended up being diagnosed with depression. The fun thing is, it ended up being running in the family, on both sides of my family, so fun. But being diagnosed with depression wasn't the most fun experience. And then depression, a year, well, not quite a year, probably several months, beginning well, let's back up. So I was diagnosed with depression December, January-ish of my junior year. So that's almost towards the end of my junior year. And then October, November, maybe September-ish, of my senior year, and this is high school, I was diagnosed with anxiety. Not much of a surprise, considering depression and anxiety tend to go together. But it's just one more thing on top of the pile. It's just a lot of things, one after the other. And sometimes I wonder just how much farther I can go. Beginning of, I think, my junior year, one of my friend's brothers, who we were friends with their family from church, committed suicide. I have a younger brother who also has depression and has dealt with suicidal ideations. One time, Mom threatened to take him to the emergency room, and it's just been several things the past couple of years with not only him but me, but not as much attention is paid to me. I'm the older sibling. I need the perfect grades. Perfect grades. Oh. Perfect grades. I need to be fine. I need to be an example, I think is the word has been used in the past. Now I have all my when I was in my junior year, end of February of around February 8th, 2022, I cut myself. I started self-harm. I'm doing very bad at sorting these. So, now, for a bit of an explanation, because you probably don't know, self-harm is not suicide. A lot of people tend to mash the two of them together, but self-harm is not suicide. They are two different things. Self-harm and suicide can go together. Self-harm, definitely, it is a possibility for it to lead to suicide, but it is different. Self-harm is intentionally harming yourself. I myself was, as I mentioned, cutting. Some people burn themselves. There are people who bruise themselves. It is something very dangerous, and if you see anyone doing it, you really should report it to someone or talk to them, because it's not a good thing to be doing. Please trust me on this one, as I'm someone who has done it before. It is not healthy. Please trust me on this one. So I just started self-harm. Self-harm is not a good thing. Well, got interrupted. I think this camera has turned like 5 times already. What was I saying? Yeah, I was dealing with self-harm, like cutting. I'm pretty sure I already explained what self-harm is. It's not a good thing. If you or someone you know is self-harming, oh my gosh, don't tell me this one went hard. Oh, that's one down. I want to paint my nails, but I don't know which one of my nail polishes are still good. That is what I am doing. The camera actually makes everything look a lot brighter than it actually is. Just gonna comment on that right now, because it's kind of in a shadow right now. Oh, this one's kind of dried. Might be able to fix it though. Put it in a fix pile. I think there's a way to fix nail polish. Back on track. I've never been suicidal. A lot of people associate self-harm or suicide, but I'm not suicidal. And it really annoys me every time I mention that I've self-harmed. People get all worried about, like, I'm suicidal, and I'm not. I haven't self-harmed for months. It's towards the end of July right now, 23. I have not cut myself since mid-December of 2022, so I've made improvements. I had met a person online through a story I wrote. Why is this like this? I don't think I'm fixing this one. Through a story I wrote, and I had mentioned that updates were going to be sporadic because I was dealing with self-harm and suicidal thoughts. I've dealt with suicidal thoughts, not suicide. And I ended up making this friend online. You'll hear her mentioned a lot. I'll often call her Robin. It's after her username. But yeah, I met Robin, and everything, and she gave me someone to talk to, because when we met, she was recovering 2 years from dealing with suicidal thoughts and such. So being able to talk to someone who, as I later discovered, was close to my own age and had dealt with something similar, because mental health is such a thing, and it's like such a stigma about having it. That's part of why you are watching me mess with my nail polishes, because I want to paint my nails instead of seeing my face, because I don't want to show my face, because I don't want people who know me, not that there's an annoyance outside my door, not that people would judge me harshly. A lot of the people I know, I've started being more open about my mental health. It's just, I don't want to, if you've noticed the dates, I did just graduate from high school, and I will be heading off to college at some point, and I don't want people there to find these and judge me. Judgment is such a big thing in the community and in the world these days for mental health, and it's just, so why? It's not something we can control, and people will still judge us over it, though, as if it's our fault. The camera is filming it upside down right now, which is going to be interesting when I go back and watch this. Anyway, what was I talking about? It's such a stigma, and I kind of am done with it. It's such a why. People with mental health things can't control it, and I would like to say, as someone who is actually diagnosed with depression, like, I could grab medicine bottles of my pills I'm diagnosed with ADHD, one of which is an antidepressant. But I'm not going to, because I don't need the people on the internet to just stumble across this video's validation, because I'm doing this for myself, a video diary for myself, and this one is sticky. But if you know someone who struggles with mental health, I would recommend supporting them. One of the worst things to tell me as someone with depression is, just, it's fine, it will just blow over, just be happy about it, just cheer up. No, do not say that, because it is very wrong. it's not a choice we make. We don't choose to be depressed. We just can't. I almost failed my senior year of high school a few months ago. I was actually in the school. School ended on Thursday. I was in the school building on Friday, catching up with missing work so I could walk across the stage and graduate. On Saturday. I spent several hours because I had been at that point several times throughout that school year where I couldn't. I just couldn't. And I'm not saying like I wouldn't, I couldn't. It was so hard for me to get up in the morning. That is a thing people struggle with, and society needs to get a better outlook. Yeah, this one's already. What in the world? I have very strange brothers. Did I not open this one? I know it. But this is just kind of, oh my gosh, no. This is just gonna become like a video diary for me. A place where I can share my experiences, both good and bad. This is kind of a weird intro video, I guess, because I'm gonna record another video about what I'm going through right now. But yeah, kind of haven't told you who I am, and I'm just gonna comment now. I'm not sharing with you an actual name, not what my real name is. But I guess you guys can call me Amara Forrest. So, leave you guys. Well, let you guys go. You guys probably got better things to do than worry about me. I'll let you go. Bye.